I like the t-shirt. It says, has an American flag on it. Says, if this offends you, I'll help you move. Saw a guy wearing the shirt the other day at the hardware store. I said, hey man, I love your shirt. He said, that's great news to me. As I live over in Reserve and I'm actually moving over to Lower Packet Canyon on Friday. I collect records, I collect books, they're very heavy. I wrote down my address, I handed it to him, he looked confused, and I said, I'm sorry, that flag offends me. 8 a.m., that address, bring a handshake. Love, free labor. I do live here in Montana. I was born in California. I love telling the old guys, the old white guys. I tell them I was born in California, they're like, oh, California. I say, don't worry. Before I left, I stabbed a Mexican. He goes, okay, I guess that's fine. All right, that's fine. What I don't tell him is that Mexican is my boyfriend. Fuck you, George with a J. You don't fucking cheat on me. Fucking George. That's the girl when you ask her at a party what her sign is, she says, stop. I wrote that one down right away. That was fucking brilliant. I love that kind of shit. Shut up and stop talking to me. Clever. Just finished a short film recently and have a buddy of mine who's doing color correction because I'm not good at it and he's a really professional one. And I was talking to another friend on the phone and I said, hey, I'm waiting for a call from my color guy. If you would just, she said, your colored guy? No, that's not my color guy, the guy that does color correction. She goes, yeah, okay. The correct term is colorist. Okay, he's black, it doesn't matter. He's my color guy. He's the guy that does my color. I follow a page on Instagram called Horror Film History, and this guy does a great job. He documents when films were made, behind the scenes photos, when they came out. You know, he's like, on this day in 1975, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was released. Yada yada. One day, he posts a picture of the entire cast and crew the day they finished making Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's just everybody. Johnny Depp's in there, Wes Craven, Freddy Krueger, everybody, and a ton of people. And the guy that posted it said, if you know someone in this photo, tag him. So I see the star of the film, a girl named Heather Langenkamp, hanging on this ladder on the side of the building, smiling. And behind her, on the ladder, hanging on to her, is this guy in short shorts with funky sunglasses and a wild hairdo. And I thought, that guy was great. So I tagged him. I said, that's my uncle, Jeff Fisher, who does not exist. And then I put my phone away and went to sleep and didn't go back to Instagram for 2 days. And then I went back. I had so many comments on my Uncle Jeff Fisher. That's so cool. How did your uncle get started in films? I'm like, fuck. He went to community college, then he got transferred to Stanford, and then he started working on movies. And people were like, what kind of movies did he work on? I'm like, okay. Alligator, Broadway Killers, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. And I'm just titles. Backstory is what I like to do. I'm a writer. People are loving it. People are commenting. And then I get a private comment. And I look at it, and it's from the moderator of the page. And it's 3 words in all caps. It says, knock it off. I say, knock what off? Again, all caps, you know. I'm like, I don't know, go back to the page. So anyway, he started doing blood work a lot, and then he moved into latex and all this stuff. I'm just going backstory hard on Jeff Fisher. Someone weighs in and say, I don't think Jeff Fisher's real. Ooh. I'm like, Jeff Fisher's definitely real, he's my uncle. And then someone else also says, yeah, I looked him up, I couldn't find him. I'm like, well, he's not on IMDb. He was in a car accident. He doesn't really have any presence online, but he lives in Palo Alto. I can give you his name, his address, and his phone number. He's a real guy. And then, as if from the ether, Heather Langenkamp, the star of Nightmare on Elm Street, who apparently is still on Instagram and following pages like Horror Film History, decides to weigh in. And she says, and I quote, yeah, I think that guy's name was Jeff. Total absolution. I am not outro. Jeff Fisher's an awesome dude. If you were alive in 1980, you would know very well. That's an easy guess. Half the dudes in America were named Jeff in 1980. It's an easy, easy name. I love my uncle Jeff Fisher. He's fucking rad. He does so many cool things. I think about him all the time. Love Jeff.